Good evening, everyone. Bigfoot will be live tonight at 8 p.m. over on Bigfoot Walking's channel. It's Bigfoot Walking. But I've got some things I wanted to come on here and talk about. And I've been wanting to make a video all day other than, with Bigfoot and the dog. But I'll be honest, I'm a little tired and a little vertigo-y. So I have some tabs pulled up on here, and we don't like being right in these places that we're in right now. But there's some twin things happening with four different things, technically. They're the things that we've been dealing with the past couple of years, and then the new things that we've been dealing with in the super aspect of things, all the sororities, okay, with the thing that we've been dealing with the past couple of years. Things are starting to twin up. So there's Delmicron and Florona. Sounds like girls' names, right? So I'm going to share my screen and do the best that I can with this to help get this information out. So first we're going to go to, before I share my screen, I need to tell you that I was working on these things today, and then I was going through my email because I had emailed a bunch to me, and Christina had emailed me with a screenshot that actually had the Delmicron girl on there. We're just going to go and call it a girl. And it's suspected to have merged in Europe and the US. Now, this is put out by writing that, well, I'm just going to go and show you. Writing that looks like that. Okay? Okay. So, with that being said, that was reported by India with that writing, which I found kind of odd because I don't think that's how they write. But that was on the 24th. Okay, so from there, I went to here. Let's see if you guys can see that. India has reported 354 cases, and they're saying that they're highly transmittable of these certain variants, okay? So that is what we're said, allegedly, that's what we're talking about, that we're dealing with. So now what that is a super variant of the sorority Delta and the other sorority that we've been dealing with for a couple of months now, Omicron. So they're being called twin spikes. Okay. And I'm going to stop sharing. Well, let me go down a little bit. I'm going to stop sharing this. It's coming out of Europe and the US. Mini tsunami. And it has nothing to do with the water. Just saying. All right. So we're going to go on and share another screen. We're going to breathe and we're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. So I'm going to share another screen, and I thought this might help some people. What is that? So we're going to So let's see. All right. So we got the United Kingdom, United States, South Africa, Belgium. Friday, December 12th in the UK reported 122,186 new cases within 24 hours. And I guess that India is like their third wave of that. So in Europe and France also set new daily from oxygen supply to, this thing that we've been dealing with now for a couple of months. So what is, sorry guys. Great. Did I just, what did I do? I did something. So I was trying to give you guys the definition of that is what I was trying to do. And then somehow the page jumped. So did I switch the page? I must have. So we'll go back. All right, there we go. There we go. So it's not new or a mutation, but it's two combined of both sororities, Delta and Omicron. Really wish these sororities would start. My laptop is blinking. That's wonderful. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was really, really strange. We're blinking. Bigfoot's laptop behind me came on. I had mine on top of his. All right, so we're just going to try to do this. I hate to say this. I always have like these high hopes, and I still do. So more out of southern France. With these variants and mutations and 37 deletions originating from Cameroon. So I looked that up, and that's a place in Africa. So they've obviously got all kinds of things happening there with all the numbers and letters. So I just kind of wanted to show that was happening, and they're apparently dealing with everything that we've dealt with. Yeah, isn't that cute? They got this little fairy with a kitty picture. Okay, squirrel. Fairies and kitty pictures. All right, so I have one more thing to show, and then maybe we'll chit-chat for just a second. Okay, so Israel reports first Florona case. It's the thing that we've been dealing with the past couple of years, plus the flu. So they had their first case. Meanwhile, Israel's national health providers began administering, the fourth whatchamajiggy. There's not really much to tell here other than just a bunch of things I can't really talk about. So we're just going to get rid of that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's going on in all those places, and 2 articles mentioned here. Why isn't our own country putting that out, and why are they putting it out? So right now, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, although I'm going to ask again, And you guys know how I feel about those things, but you need to have N95s, not just KN, but the N95s. That's the only thing that is going to be helpful through this right now. The other thing is I'm going to be I'm not going to be putting links in my description anymore unless it's something I want to put in. Links in the description to other people's channels, certain information, yes, but unfortunately, the things that I tire myself out with and work with others with, putting those links into the description of these videos, I'm not going to be doing that anymore because other creators aren't going to be using me or us as a whole to get their information out when we work too hard to collect this, to put this out here. It's not like we're trying to hide anything from any of you all because we're trying to do the best we can. However, we have to protect our channels, and it's making it too easy for them to come over to our channels and just click the links and then go and make their own video, and I did all the work for them. This work is tiresome, and it makes me sometimes burn the candle at both ends. So I'm up late and I'm up early. So, and I am. My mind feels jiggled because there's a lot of information to process. And then sometimes I need to drop certain things that I want to talk about to come on and just talk about one, because that's where my mind can handle. So if I'm getting an information overload from reading, I don't want to be giving you guys an information overload either, But if there is something you want to email me about, and you've been with me for a long time, and I already have your email, and I pretty much know you by that, then I can help with information, but I won't be dropping any more links due to that seems to be happening more and more. And I'm not trying to be mean or, again, I'm not trying to hide anything from you guys. It's just that I'm not finding it very fair that I do all this work, or that TJ does all this work, or that Bigfoot or Bushcraft or any of y'all that do this hard work, for other people to come over to those channels and just watch our videos and take it and then call it their own. I wouldn't mind if they're like, hey, Lake put out this whatever, or TJ put out this, or whatever, Bushcraft talking about this, but that's not what they do. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is something that's actually kind of harder to talk about. And the reason I want to bring this up now, and I was going to do a separate video, but the reason I want to bring up this now is because this is the way it's been. This is the way it's always been, and it's not getting any better. I'm just going to say this is like from no one, okay? It's just from like no one. And you know who you are. Thank you very much. I've looked at these things before. Not long ago, I actually did either a video or a live, I believe it was a video, talking about other places around the world who do these things. But I wanted to talk about Unit 731, back from World War II. And let's just say they did some kind of biological and chemical things, okay? I'm not going to use the word the research and development, okay, that Japanese army engaged in human experiments that made those people not with us then, and 1937 to 1945, it was responsible for something that was very notorious. And I'm not going to get into anything in depth. You can go look up Unit 731, do your own research. But, there's, yeah. So they called the humans that they used logs. Okay. So, like, how many logs did you split today? Or how many logs did you burn today? What they did is they took a lot of the things that we have now. We have ways to cure those things. However, after all these things that they did to people, and they're horrendous things, they made people do things against their will, and they did things to people to further study things. This is really hard to talk about on here because we're so censored. In a nutshell, what happened is that a lot of people, including Germany, and there was always Russia and Canada and just different places around the world, people around the world, these governments would do these things. In my opinion, they do them for power. They use people to get knowledge, to get power, and use it against one another. And that's what the higher ups do. And we're all just kind of caught in the middle of it, in the crossfires. So we did get one of these people, and we have ways to get information out of them. And US and Russia has that information from this experiment in Unit 731. So I think that it's pretty sad to say that they don't care, really. It's not about us. It's about them. It's hard to trust after learning things like that and knowing things like that. These things haven't been just going on since, WW2. It's been going on a lot longer than that. But to internally refer to people as logs is disgusting. And that's nothing compared to what they did. So as all these things are dropping around us and it doesn't seem to be slowing down, it just seems to be gearing up, I just want you and your family to stay safe. So you need to keep prepping. You need to do the best you can to sustain you and your family. Learn everything you can and collect everything you can legally, safely, honestly. All right. Well, I will see you guys over at Bigfoot Walking at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll keep going with this and doing the best we can to get things that we find out to you guys. All right. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. And remember, we don't have a spirit of fear. We are going to rise up above this.